Welcome back to Toya DTV. Toya DTV. Toya DTV. Toya DTV. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I still see I got new people that came in. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you to the people that just watch me in general. Thank you to y'all that are lending me your ear for me to rant about shows, to give my honest opinion. Y'all, it's good. It's fun. So I thank y'all. Like, y'all be coming through. On days when I'm not feeling my best, I get up here, I give it my all, and I feel better while I'm doing it. So y'all, I thank y'all for supporting me. Y'all, we are here for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 19, Blaque in Business, y'all. Y'all, Martell will still be a Martell. We start off the scene with Melody and her kids. They are together and they are doing a photo shoot. So this particular photo shoot is set up because Martell is not going to be in it. This is what Mel wants for her new home, to not have his pictures up and things of that nature. And it's a new beginning for her and the children. Destiny comes and they talk about how the whole little therapy session went with Miss Nell and Chris. He is forever being disrespectful. He constantly says one thing out of his mouth, and before the conversation's over, he's saying something that counteracts what he just said. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. She mentions to Destiny that she's told him pretty much that she feels sorry for him. He's on his own at this point. He's gonna have to get on his knees and pray, and he's gonna be all right after that. But she has to do what she has to do for her. One thing I like about Mel is that I really don't feel that Mel is wishing any ill will on Martell, even though he's done her wrong, done her dirty, been disrespectful. It disgusts me that Martell was having unprotected sex with both of these women at the same time. It's something about that, like, he put your life at risk. Martell goes to see Dr. Francis, his therapist. So when he first gets in, the therapist has a problem because he's like, dude, you'll reach out for me for help, and if I'm not available, when I do call you back, you don't ever follow through. You don't ever pick up, and we don't ever really acknowledge the situation. Well, Martell feels like, well, you're kind of hard on me and whatever. And Martell is really saying he's really having a hard time. He cries now. He should cry now. He says that what he wanted and was missing from his marriage was affection and attention. I can understand that, but I feel like it's not just that. I mean, but that's his truth. Okay. So the therapist asked about the other woman and how in the world did it even start. Well, he wanted attention and affection, and he was getting it over here. Now, how did you start getting it over there would be my question. Like, you want attention and affection, but you immediately jumped to get it from somewhere else. So we all know what he means by affection, attention, because he's only been talking about one thing. So the therapist asked, does Mel have did she have the ability to give you what you wanted? He said yes. So his question was, why would she hate your acting out but have what you wanted but didn't give it to you? So I would like to ask the therapist, what type of marriage do you live in? If you're not getting something, do you just run and get it from somewhere else? This relationship went on for so long. And it's funny how they have a young baby. They have a 4-year-old and they have the new baby, the youngest baby. So if you have a 4-year-old, that means you were still sleeping with Mel and creating babies. And the latest one, you still created one over there with old girl. So what you're saying is just a bunch of crap. They wanted to call this oranges. So I would really like to say to this therapist and Martell, y'all are a bunch of fools. We're not talking about fruit here. We're talking about infidelity. Two complete different things, nowhere near on the same level. We're not talking about fruit because it's sweeter over there. No. Trying to compare it as oranges is lightening the situation. You're taking the heaviness out of the situation. You're making light of it, and that's not cool. Martell said if he could go back, he doesn't know what he would have done differently. Y'all, Martell said that it was complete chaos and he enjoyed it. This does not sound like words of a man who wants his family back. This does not sound like words of a man who's a family man. This does not sound like the words of someone who does not want a divorce. Martell makes himself look stupid every time he opens his mouth. He also mentions that Mel knew that this was going on and told him to choose. He told her he could not choose. How do you love the hell out of somebody, but you can't even... She different from me because he wouldn't have had to choose. I would have made the decision for him. You are not a doormat. And not only that, he's sleeping with her and coming back to his wife and having unprotected sex. Like, that is sick. I think Martell said he's 38. Why Martell look like he like 45? This topic was hot on Twitter. So the therapist was like, you having a baby doesn't make you a bad man. Y'all, I have a very unpopular opinion on this. Agree, don't agree, disagree, I could care less. Martell is not a bad man. He's a stupid man. And that's just it. He's not a bad man, he's a stupid man. How do you love the hell out of somebody but cheat on them for 5 years and make a baby? Martell went and fell in lust with what he called a peasant and wondering why he can't feel good about himself right now. Next, we see Martell. He's on his way to Blaque. Everybody's actually on their way to Blaque for their soft opening. So Martell on the phone with Side Chick. And what I don't like is the fact that y'all are entertaining this Side Chick. Side Chick ain't even got a name. Side Chick is Side Chick. In Martell's confessionals, Martell is... his ego and emotions are so all over the place. It's ridiculous. He's the bitter baby daddy at this point. Every time he sees Mel, it hurts because they're not together. Then he turns around later on and tells her that he only wants to be with her for the kids. Dude, just stop the lies and move on. Anyway, he's on the phone with his peasant side chick, talking on his way into Blaque. So she's like, he's just telling her, about the therapy appointment or whatever. He's like, you didn't call me another peasant, did you? And if he did, you still ain't going nowhere. So what's the point? So she made it her business to let people know, well, you're always good to me. If somebody's always good to you, they're not calling you names, especially not calling you something like a peasant. Chick seems desperate. I'm sorry. So anyway, we are now at Blaque, y'all. Everybody is slowly arriving. We see Kimmy, Maurice, we see Tisha, Marsau. Of course, they were there first. Martell, Chris and Nell. We see Destiny, Jalen. Jalen was on his general manager duties, y'all. I like this for him. A lot of people was like, I don't think he's ready. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think this. I don't think that. I think he's taking it seriously, and I think he's doing a really good job from what we could see. And I think he's seeing this as a big break. Like, yo, if I can do this and be good at it, I can make fortunes for myself. I can build franchises. I can create my own businesses. He's already part owner of Blaque, remember? So I think it's sinking in now. Sometimes you don't know what you're passionate about until you get out there and do something. Oh, Kimmy's relieved that he's feeling, right at home being a GM. So that's what's up. Mel arrives with her brother, and everybody's just kind of mingling, smoking their cigars and everything. And she speaks to everybody. Mel is dressed to the nines as usual. So she gives Martell the hey, the pat, the hey, how you doing? She move on to the next person. Martell is like, it's so sad because Martell continually just like, ooh, I know Mel's gonna be here. Ooh, he still get that tingly, ooh, I know Mel's gonna be here. Mel does not want you anymore, and I'm so glad she don't. Mel deserves respect, and that is what Martell does not give her. Everybody's mingling and everything. We're seeing the layout of Blaque, which it looks really good. I just wish they would get that picture of Tisha off the wall or either put a different picture up of Tisha. I don't like it. Tisha pulls Mel aside and then she wants to talk to her. So Tisha has been the most mature this episode. I've seen her the entire 2 seasons they've been on. So Tisha tells Mel, you know what? I apologize for how the day treat turned out. I apologize because I feel like it was my attitude that messed up the mood. I should have been open to hear what you had to say. I was wrong for that. I really still had a wall up. I shouldn't have had a wall up, and you are going through a lot. So we just need to move forward, and I really, want us to be in a good space. It sounds wonderful. Again, I can't blame Mel for being skeptical. Like, is she for real this time? Can we really move forward, or is she going to throw something petty out there? Which we have seen happen. It's just really sad. Let me ask y'all this. How many chances do you give a friend who does not seem to be as mature as you or able to move past situations the way you can? How many chances do you give them before you just call it quits altogether? I mean, I know the longevity of the friendship is a factor, but how many chances before you just be, because you're ready to pull your hair out? How many chances, y'all? Next, we are all moving to the patio for the big reveal. Big reveal, y'all. So, they do the big reveal, and all of the Scott boys are on the banner, and you know, it looks really good. They're all in suits, and I can understand what happened here. A lot of people are mad about it. A lot of the women are mad about it. I'm not mad about it. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So first of all, when they did the big reveal, they did allow the girl to go up as well as the men, right? The next generation. The reason I'm not mad about this is because Marsau said his speech, and he said that his father always told him that there cannot be a legacy passed down if you don't create one. Marsau's way of thinking is, hey, it's up to the man to create the legacy for his family. So I don't think that they would cut out the female. I just really feel like they wanted a theme. Generational men making moves. I think that's what he was aiming for. I don't feel like if the female was like, hey, you better make me part owner as well, or you better make me something, I want to be a part, I don't think they would turn her away. I just think that they feel like it's heavier on a man to set the legacy for the family. I'm not mad about it, but y'all was hot. So after they do the big reveal and everything, we see Martell and Marcus, they kind of, you know, go off to the side, and they talk for a little bit. So they're trying to truly discuss the last conversation that they had before they had that big blow up. So Marcus is trying to explain to Martell, hey, I didn't mean to attack you. I didn't mean to be rude. I didn't mean to be confrontational. But what I wanted you to know is that I feel that you and Mel can do things a little bit differently because it's affecting the children. So he's like, okay, well, I understand that, but I also don't really want them around you a lot. And that's not a problem. It's just that I want them to have the foundation of a woman and a man, not a man and a man being their foundation as far as relationship. Her brother lets us know that everything is good in his life. He doesn't understand why that's a problem because he's a pastor. He's this, he's that. He lists off all these things. And Martell's like, none of that matters. I just know what I want for my children. Again, the internet sounded off about this. Most straight men do not want their sons to be anything other than straight. Now, I would not say that they would like block them out of the family, chop them off, like just straight up disregard them. I don't think that would happen, but most straight men want a straight son. But I think that there should be love regardless. Mel walks up on them, and you know, it's just confusing. So at this point, they still didn't get anything resolved because Marcus is not understanding why Mel doesn't want him around them as much, and Melody is confused on what he's talking about because the foundation's already been laid for, you know, man and woman is for a marriage and all of that. Anyway, her brother, he gets up and leaves because he can see that this conversation is about to go left. So Mel sits down, and Martell and Mel are now talking. And really, Mel is like, how can you say that you don't want the kids around him when in reality, the choices that you've made are worse than the stuff he's doing? And why do you feel like that's okay for your children to be around? And they were around her on FaceTime. He socks out that, well, they heard you on a conversation with your dude, and she says that they did not. He says that the girls told him that. Y'all, I think Martell is a bold-faced liar. Martell would say anything to try to get his point across that it is truth. I don't believe it. I don't believe that the girls told Martell that they heard mommy on the phone with a guy or heard mommy on the phone with a boyfriend. I don't believe that. If he did lie on his children, he's taking this to a whole nother level. When Mel and Martell was in their house arguing a couple of episodes ago, and they like started like really going at it when she was telling him to move his stuff out of the house, I can kind of see Mel be like, you know what, whatever, you do you, I'm gonna do me. I can see her saying something like that. I can see her saying something like, well, whatever, I ain't doing it, go get you a girlfriend, go get you a girlfriend then. That was said a couple of episodes ago. One of the first episodes of this season, She said, Martell said, you told me to go get a girlfriend. That don't mean do it. That's what she said. So I can see some little things there too on Mel's side out of frustration. But still, yeah, the marriage is on Martell. So Martell realized that he got heated, and then he calmed himself down, and he was like, you know what? I love the hell out of you, Mel. I really wish we weren't going through this. I really wish it was a dream. Like, you never told me that. So for a man to love you so deep, know that you're about to divorce him, and he still can't lay that out for you. Yeah, Martell plays games. Ain't nobody got time for that. Bye, bro. So Martell gets in his confessional, and he's like, man, I never thought it would end like this because everything was right. I mean, we were raising the kids, we were having the fun vacations, we were doing this and doing that. He really thought that he would be able to live the rest of his life satisfying two women. He really never thought that it was going to break down to the point where he's left with the side chick. Mel was like, in her confessionals, he didn't value her. He didn't value the family. He didn't value what they built together from the ground up at a young age. Martell also said that if Mel didn't leave him, he would have left her. Martell need to be divorced. Martell don't know what to say out of his mouth. And if that was the case, he should have did it back when he said that she wasn't fulfilling him. So to say that now, you're just trying to hurt Mel, and it's sick. Mel, like, Martell is bitter. He's mad, he's bitter, he's ticked off, he's afraid, he's scared. Martell is everything wound up into one. Martell is also a tit for tat type of dude. Like, he go lower than females go. Like, it's ridiculous. Melody is like, you know what? So he walks away. She's like, sign them papers. Y'all, I laughed so hard at his response because why would you say that? Why would you say something like that? That is how he was talking to her. Why would you do that? Why would you say something like that? It's I'm not gonna say that, but something is not right with Martell, y'all. The only reason I wanted to get back with you was for the kids, Mel. That's what I told you, for the kids. Martell likes the image of Melody being his wife. He don't want that for real. He want the kids. He want the image. He want the status. He want what they had. But he can if you can't choose that and live right by that, you don't really want it. You want that double life that you had. So anyway, he leaves. He walks off. Sign them papers. Destiny walk up. Mel is wiping her eyes. She's like, what's wrong? So she tells him, tells her that, hey, me and Martell, we just talked about it, and he's doing the most. He's still being disrespectful. He done played me for too long. He's disrespected me for too long. I just cannot do this anymore. This man just keeps trying to tear me down any way possible and make it seem like I'm somebody that I'm not. So then Kimmy and Tisha come out, and they're like, what's going on? They was all, having fun, babbing. They're like, wait, what's going on, Mel? So Mel tells them that Martell called her a hoe and that the baby rumor is true, and they are all in shock. Like, but yeah, I still stand by it. Martell is not a bad man. He's just a stupid man. Make stupid choices and also say stupid things out of his mouth. Now he is reaping what he sowed, okay? Anyway, so all the girls, they kind of gather around Mel. You know what, Mel, we don't want to see anybody going through this. We don't want to see you hurt. We don't want to see you crying. So they rally around Mel in support of her. And they finish out the rest of the night having fun and kind of vibing as a group of supportive women. And Tisha's there. Tisha's not saying anything crazy. She's there. I'm loving this, y'all. I'm loving it. So that's pretty much how the episode ended. Tisha did say that she just want to be there for Mel. She wants to move forward with her. So they all taking pictures and just vibing right now. And I am loving it. Y'all, I cannot wait for this behind the scenes episode. I'm ready to see what really happened with, y'all know what I want to see the most? I want to see what really happened with that invitation with Wanda being invited to Jalen's graduation. Was it production? Was it Tisha? I think it was Tisha. But we shall see. Hopefully. All right, y'all. That's it. Until next time, y'all, I will catch y'all back for Married to Medicine.